We saw last week maybe that losing the provincial decider, the next game out took teams a while to get back up to the pace and maybe get over the disappointment of losing provincial deciders. Galway bounced back from that disappointment in Leinster. What did you make of their performance last weekend?
Listen, I suppose I'd be taking Galway's performance across not just that game, but across a number of years, and in particular in relation to our own engagements with them. And all of our games have been very close, very tough, physical encounters. Really great games, and I've no doubt that our game with them on Sunday week will be just exactly the same thing. A really tight, tough game, and there'll be no quarter after given, and it'll be there's some super forwards on both sides as well. So you saw the quality of the scores they got from the sideline, the in line, way out the field. Their shooting is really, really accurate, and that's something for us to aim towards, because ours wouldn't have been maybe on the same par as theirs in recent weeks, and they've set the bar very high there.
Going back to Galway, a serious physical threat and a team that's capable of living with anybody in the championship.
Yeah, this is their great side, a really, really good side, very skillful, really good ball players. They pass the ball very well, they pass the ball accurately, they tackle in numbers, they work in swarms. They will put a lot of pressure on you when you're on the ball. But that's the challenge for us. We've got to, survive within that environment. We've got to be able to thrive in that environment. We've got to be able to do what we want to do on the ball in that environment, and we've got to be able to try and win the ball in that environment. But that's going to take a huge, huge effort on our part, and we're well aware of that. We understand that, but that's the challenge, and that's what we're really looking forward to doing.
Looking at the progression of the season, how important was that Munster final test to get really pushed to the pin your colour and then have the break coming into this semi-final?
Well, to be honest with you, our season this year has been defined by the challenge that has come our way in every single game. From the very start of the year, every team that has come to us has brought the full crack of the whip at us, and it's been tough. And now looking back from it at this juncture, you'd have to say that it's been really good for us, because the more we've been hit, I feel the stronger we've become, and we've withstood tremendous challenges, and that can only be good for our confidence overall.
How have you felt the championship has been as a whole? I know you're slap bang in the middle of it, but obviously you're keeping an eye on all games. And how have you felt it has been so far?
To be honest, I've been very, very focused on our own games, especially with the amount of games we've had. With the round robin, you don't really get that much time to look elsewhere, and we're experienced enough to know now that if you do let your eye drift into a different channel, you take your eye off your own and you're going to suffer because of it. So we work hard at being focused. We've always done that. It's been something that we've been good at. So I wouldn't, for example, watch. Once I knew the opposition, I wouldn't watch the other games, because I just don't want that to be part of my subconscious thoughts. So I'll just only focus in on one team now for the next number of weeks, and that's Galway. End of story.
Just in terms of Galway, and you certainly can't, I suppose, stop supporters from talking or from debating, but maybe a lot of talk locally already about this Shannon side of Ireland, but I'm sure 100% the focus has to be, and you would hope maybe even from the supporters' point of view, that it's now firmly on Galway only.
Listen, I can't control what anybody else might say or do, but we can control where our camp is at, and to be honest with you, it's not even about controlling it, because we're experienced enough to know that we got a nice trimming from Galway here in the league, and there's no way we're looking anywhere beyond the next day, and our focus is absolutely nailed on, and we've worked really hard over the last couple of weeks. We did take a couple of days the first week to let the bodies heal because of the intensity that the game against Clare had, but I can tell you one thing, once we got back on the training field, we were really, really focused on being the best team that we can be on Sunday week, and that's solely where our focus is. The rest is just nonsense, really.
The few days you got together last week, how much of a block of work can you get through in a few days like that is different from a Tuesday and Thursday night trainings?
It's invaluable, really, to be honest about it, because it's not just what you get done on the pitch, it's as much about what you get done off the pitch. So we did a huge amount of work with the boys, not just on the pitch, but in various areas. Like analysis. In every respect. And it's all about just galvanising the group and spending time together. Because that's what really shines through in these games when you think about it. Is the tightness within the group will be tested. And it's when you get down to those really fine margins, when the game is in the melting pot and the final seconds of these games and minutes, that's what comes through, is the unity, that togetherness that's there within our group. That's what shines through, and that real confidence that can be there. So, that's really where it's at for us.